Hello, long time no see. It's been a while. I haven't really been too interested in filming every step of the garden this year for various reasons. I'm just trying to rebuild a rhythm, I think probably is the way I would describe it. I don't think I'm actually trying to create a channel right now. I'm just trying to I wanted to document things as they go, but like this year there was a lot of different competing things for my attention. So this year what we're gonna do, but for today, I definitely wanna give you guys up to speed what's been going on in the garden, how everything looks, so let's get to it. So obviously the first thing I wanna talk about is our greenhouse. I'm so happy with it. Oh wow, that was a monarch butterfly right there. Can you see that? Sorry, I'm getting distracted already. So he likes marigolds. So, really happy with how the greenhouse has turned out. We decided to paint it white, had my father-in-law help, and I'm really glad we decided to do that because I think it really just brings a charming kind of cottagey look to it. But our plan was we were going to plant roses and marigolds here, and the roses are coming up, as you can see. These are Queen of Sweden roses. We also have Penelope roses, but I mean, the marigolds have just taken off. We didn't know marigolds can get this high. It's kind of really impressive. I mean, they're still growing. Look at this guy. He's got to be 4 feet high. This one even taller. Look at this. This is insane. That's almost 5 feet tall. So I didn't even know that these guys can grow this tall, so it was pretty impressive. So, but I really, Annie did a really great job with this little pathway with some leftover bricks. Everything has such a nice little charming feel to it. It definitely creates this nice walkway. It doesn't make the greenhouse particularly accessible, and we need to kind of redesign things next year to make it a little bit better on the sides. But for now, because we're not really using the greenhouse too much right this second, because we're in the middle of the summer, we're not really starting seeds or anything. It's mostly for tool storage. It's serving its purpose. So yeah, very happy with the greenhouse. In these pots we have some nasturtiums I grew from seed. They are doing pretty well. They're a little weedy. I think I need to kind of weed them. There's another pot over here. This guy's got a volunteer sunflower, so I'm kind of just letting that go, see what it's gonna do. Everything's very lush and overgrown right now, but I kind of like it. It's very abundancy style. Oh wow, I didn't even know Annie put these out here. That's some basil that we started, and that's actually doing very well. I need to put that in the ground. Oh, look at that. That was something that I thought I killed, and we brought it outside, and it looks like it's doing pretty well, so that's really neat. So, but anyway, these nasturtiums, they should be flowering hopefully soon, and I can't wait to see the nasturtium flowers, especially with these, with the sea of orange, these marigolds. So very cool. It looks like the bugs love them too. We have a lot of butterflies and some bees, and it's just making for a really nice little area. It seems a little bit overgrown, but all right, let's move on. In case you wanted to peek inside the greenhouse, there's not much to look at right now. We put a little bit of leftover brick flooring. We put some white pea gravel, but as you can tell, we got some big time weeds. We got to kind of start narrowing down here. And the shelves right now are just kind of being used for storage. But again, the whole goal is that next year we'll be able to start a lot of seeds here. So, and we can use it for storage and things like that. So it is doing its job. I'm very happy with it. It's great quality. The price was right. We built it ourselves. It was very fulfilling. So I'm very happy with this greenhouse. I didn't notice that these tucked away strawberries are doing pretty well too. They got some big leaves. They're finally starting to wake up. So that's pretty neat. We have strawberries in the field, but I was just curious to see if they would start to grow, and they really have. All right, and these are our 4 main beds that we're using to grow vegetables in. So we'll just take you through these real quick. So this had a bunch of vegetables in it. It had peas, carrots, and lettuce. As you can see, the lettuce is, you know, growing straight up. I think it's trying to bolt. So the lettuce is pretty much done, I think. We'll be pulling it. All the peas we pulled. We got a few peas. We didn't get that much this year, but it was worth the shot. It grew up, I would say about, some of them got pretty tall. So almost to the top of the trellis. And then Annie actually grew a bunch of carrots, and they were beautiful. They came out this like this beautiful color. See if I can put up a picture of them here if I remember. But yeah, the picture, like the carrots were beautiful and they came out really well, and I'm really happy with them. And I kind of want to grow them again, so carrots may be something on the option. So for this box, I'm gonna probably clear it out the next couple days or so. And I'd like to put some zucchini in here, I think, because I'll tell you why when we go to the next box. So this is our overgrown box. I crammed a bunch of corn into it, as you can see. But also I have 3 viney things here. I have 2 cucumbers on either side, and then in the middle there's supposed to be a zucchini, but I'm pretty sure that zucchini is getting choked out right now. So if in the battle between zucchini and cucumbers, apparently cucumbers are winners. So I'm gonna have to probably trim this down a little bit. I don't really like digging my hands in here because, like, especially like the zucchini flowers, if you feel them, they have these little kind of like almost little needles on them, and they're very irritating to my skin. I've noticed, like, whenever I put my hand in there, I get super itchy, super uncomfortable. So I'm trying my best to kind of like be careful with that. So I definitely want to probably get some longer gloves so I can put my hands in there comfortably and not have to worry about it. The corn, all these hairs mean we're getting small corns. Yeah, this guy's looking, you know, fairly good. So we're getting some corn here. It's still pretty young. It's a little bit overcrowded, so I don't know how much the yield's gonna be, but I'm just so happy with the height of it. Like, it's just nice to come look at. The birds kind of love being on the top and start swinging back and forth. That's pretty funny. So yeah, so that's our corn box. And then our final 2 boxes are tomatoes. So the tomatoes, so about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, we had a really bad storm. These tomatoes were so lush. This entire box was like as dense as this, basically. It was just completely dense and filled all the way. And the storm knocked down these flimsy little tomato cages. I really don't love these tomato cages. We're using them this year, but you know, I need a better solution on how to stake tomatoes. But so what I did was, I decided to just be like super aggressive. Every year we have so many tomatoes we throw away because they rot. I can't reach them. I don't find them until it's too late. Like, you know, so I decided to just be super, super aggressive about pruning them this year. So I pruned them basically all down to 1 stalk, and I'm bringing them all the way up and then kind of gonna let them bloom out from the top as trees. But we're getting plenty of growth. They're getting plenty of flowers. These are mostly indeterminate tomatoes, so they're gonna keep growing. But we got little patches of tomatoes coming in. Down here we got a nice little bunch of them starting to show. And you know, I'm very excited. So, you know, it'll be tomato season soon. Yeah, see, even despite me cutting these back, this guy fell over because he's getting so tall too. It's just amazing, like, how vigorous these are. Let's see if I can restake this while I'm here. I mean, whatever, that'll hold for another 10 minutes probably. But I mean, these were literally, like, I filled up an entire 2 wheelbarrows full of just cuttings. So, you know, I just definitely need to continue to prune them, I think, and just keep pruning them. So, but yeah, so that's the tomatoes. Hopefully we'll have a good variety of them. Hopefully they'll stay healthy. Hopefully I can keep them staked up. I might run a rope around them, honestly, just to keep them standing. I did that last year too. So, oh yeah, and this is just one corn plant that was basically just its own volunteer. So it just grew from last year, and I decided just for fun just to keep it in here. I don't think it's really going to produce anything, but it's kind of fun just to watch it, see it try. So overall, the veggie patch has been doing pretty well. Pretty happy with it. It definitely needs to be maintained more regularly. It's been so difficult to be out here. That's the heat and the humidity. has been very difficult. Hold on, look at this. I got some neighbors. Somebody's on my property. Neighbors just trying to come check me out. Ooh, beautiful blue butterfly too. Sorry. Yep, there it goes. I got it though. Excuse me, ma'am. I believe you're in the wrong side. I believe you guys are supposed to be over here. Don't know what you're doing. This is a problem you have with chickens from the neighbor. All right, let's see if I can shoo them away. Come on, get that way, please. That way. Let's go. Come on. You going that way? Thank you. You too. That way. Back. All right, back on your side. There you go. Thank you. You are beautiful chickens, I gotta say. Come on, let's go. Thank you. It's your home over there. I actually love it when the chickens are out. It's like one of my favorites. Do I have any more of the stragglers that made it out? All right, back. Go home. See you later. Anyway, to continue the tour, we're just going to briefly check about the fruit trees. Fruit trees have been challenging this year. We got some fruit from them, not a lot. I think the problem was they really need to be pruned. I need to really learn how to prune fruit trees this off season. One of our fruit trees died, unfortunately. It was one of the new ones I planted, but it had to, because I had to we had a really bad storm, and I had to sacrifice its stake and take that stake and give it to my other tree that's 2 years old that I really wanted to save. Thankfully, that tree is doing well, but it gave its life to help save that other tree. So, you know, it's a sad thing, but, you know, it's also, you know, I'm happy that we were able to save that other tree. So let's go take a quick look at them. So this is my Liberty tree, Liberty apple. So the apples are pretty, ooh, that's actually a good one back there, actually. That one looks pretty decent. So I'm under the understanding that these trees typically should bear apples by June. So we're like in mid-July right now. Perhaps they just need a little bit longer. But again, these need to be pruned more aggressively, so I need to stake it more better. The wind here, obviously my yard is like a big open yard, and it just blasts these trees with like so much wind. So I definitely need to learn how to, and I know for a certain amount, like you want to like teach the tree that like it to not rely on a stake, but I mean, it was so wet, it was so windy, it literally uprooted this tree. So I had to like pull the tree back, replant it, and put it back in. And thankfully, it seems to, I mean, it's got new growth on the tops here, if you can tell. That's new growth. So, I mean, the tree definitely is remaining healthy. I did fertilize it. Hopefully I didn't burn it, but yeah, it's doing well. So, and these trees have blown up the last couple of days. It's got a very established central leader now. So this is the Enterprise apple. So this guy is way too far. He's gonna get bent, so I'm gonna have to probably take him off. But I need to understand how to prune, like I said. So this is a 1-year-old tree. Well, gonna be, yeah, it's just, yeah, I planted it last year, so it's 1 year old. And it's definitely growing very aggressively. So looks healthy, looks tall, excited for it. This guy is my favorite tree. This is my Williams Pride, and I probably will actually buy another Williams Pride so I can grow it. The problem is it's got 3 competing leaders right now, if you can tell. So, sorry, I'm not even aiming the camera correct. But an apple tree should have 1 central leader going all the way up, which is this guy here, I think. But this also has 2 branches coming off the side here that are competing to be the tallest. And when that happens it's like, you know, it's not, it's basically putting too much competition towards the top of the tree. So I need to make sure we trim this appropriately so we get it to a good shape. Again, I have to do some research on how to do so. The fruit this year, we were able to taste a couple of them. They were small, they were a little underripe, I guess. However, one I did get a bite of and had a beautiful flavor to it. So very excited for those two. And then our peach tree. This guy's almost given shade, it's so big. This is only a 2-year-old tree. These guys go so crazy. So we did get a couple peaches. My wife got to try one. She said it was one of the most delicious peaches she ever ate. So that's pretty encouraging. So again, we have to cut off all the disease stuff. This tree got really chewed up by deer. And all this like gooey stuff, this is called gummosis. That's the tree trying to heal itself. So hopefully the tree will be able to heal itself, but it's really just like, you know, it's taken a lot of stress this year. So we'll see how it does. A lot of wind. We need to train it to an open center. So I need to cut out some of the stuff in the middle because peaches like to have an open center, whereas apple trees like to have a central leader. So that's it for the fruit trees. Excuse me, ma'am, this isn't your property. I'm gonna have to ask you politely to leave. I'm sorry. Yep. Do you have documentation that says you're allowed to be here? No? Okay. Back to your side. Let's go. I'm sorry. If you make an appointment, perhaps we can try to schedule in next week. Get out of here. Alright, well that's it for the garden tour. I've only been out here for like 15 minutes and I'm already soaked because it's so humid today. But we're gonna try and go in and cool off a little bit. Maybe edit this video, pop it up. But yeah, super exciting. So, you know, I have to be more generous with myself. Not everything's gonna be perfect every year, but I'm very proud of what we've done this year. And I'm looking forward to, you know, expanding in a way that's, you know, meant to be enjoyable, not to be, you know, extra work just for the sake of extra work. But, you know, I don't think we're gonna get that many vegetables. The tomatoes will be good this year, but everything else kind of didn't fly. And I think some of the fruit trees definitely need some tender love and care, but it's a learning process. We're gonna be getting better at it. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll stick around for the next update, whenever that will be. And take care, have a good one.